Hi, I'm Justin Lord and this is Just Bust, my video coaching where I help you to unlock and unleash the forces inside you to break through limitations and create the life that you want. Now, I have an email in today from a viewer who's experiencing some problems with the menopause. She says, I was wondering if you have any advice on what I can do for the menopause hot flushes. I've been through it for over 12 years now, but the flushes are awful again at the moment and I'm not sleeping. So any advice on vitamins or even diet would be grateful, as I don't want to get put on HRT. Now, the menopause, if you don't know, is actually a gradual decline of estrogen and or progesterone and also testosterone to a point that your periods stop completely. Now, it's completely and utterly natural and every female should expect it. Now, the thing is that poor nutrition can actually extend the lifespan of the symptoms that you'll experience, but also can actually bring it on by up to 3 years in advance or 3 years earlier than it should do. So your nutrition is incredibly important. But the key thing that she mentions there is that she's lacking in sleep, or she says that she's not sleeping as a result of the hot flushes. Now, the problem is that the hot flushes keep you awake at night, and that causes insomnia, which causes a chronic lack of sleep. Now, that chronic lack of sleep actually causes you to experience a severe fatigue throughout the day, and that severe fatigue throughout the day actually exacerbates all of your menopausal symptoms, things like poor concentration, anxiety, mood swings, hot flushes, and also a lack of confidence. And what happens is that you're experiencing all of those to a greater degree, but also you're then going into your night again with the hot flushes, which produces insomnia again, and it's a vicious cycle which is very, very difficult to get out of. So that finding a solution to that lack of sleep is very, very important, because it's just round and round and round and round and round in a vicious cycle. Now, she says, I've tried all the different diets, no carbohydrates, Herbalife, Weight Watchers, etc. Weight Watchers did help, and the no carbs a little. I'm a busy nurse and work on a busy ward. As you can imagine, my eating habits were just to grab whatever I could when you don't get a proper break on a busy ward, and working shifts doesn't help, especially on nights. As for stresses, that's just everyday life, and not being able to sleep certainly doesn't help. I just want to be fit and healthy, but as I think I'm through the menopause, it comes back with a vengeance. I'm happy to try whatever it takes. Now, before I go on to the actual nutrition and the diets, what I'm picking up there is a very, very stressful lifestyle. She's on shifts, she's working nights, probably nights 1 week, days the next. So again, that's very stressful. She's got the ordinary stresses of, like she says, everyday life. And what I think she's experiencing is some level of adrenal fatigue. Now, what happens is that a lot of people will say to me, I've been menopausal for 12 years. Now, actually, what I think is, in many cases, is that the symptoms were brought on earlier due to a poor nutrition, but also you go through that period where you are actually experiencing the menopause and experiencing all of those symptoms. But actually, when you're post-menopausal, what happens is that the adrenal glands actually take over the production of your sex hormones. Okay. Now, if you are experiencing a very stressful lifestyle and you are taxing your adrenals, and the fact that your adrenal glands have taken over the production of your sex hormones, and you're taxing those adrenals, what you're going to experience when you're postmenopausal is all of is an extension of all of those menopausal symptoms, because adrenal fatigue actually, the symptoms that you experience with that are actually very, very similar to the menopause. You get your hair falling out. You can experience skin problems. You can experience all of the normal sort of mood swings, poor concentration, a loss of libido, all things like that that are very, very similar to all of your menopausal symptoms. So you actually feel like you're still experiencing the menopause, when actually what you're experiencing is adrenal fatigue, and it just extends that lifespan of how you feel you are in the menopause, but actually it's adrenal fatigue. So what you need to do is actually look at your levels of stress and how you're dealing with your stress levels, and that comes down to addressing the elephant in the room. Now, many people know exactly what is causing the stress levels in their life. It might be their relationship, it might be their choice of work, and the fact that they're just doing everything for everyone else. Whatever it is, you must address the elephant in the room. Now, I go through this to a massive degree in my Limitless Life program, where I teach people to work towards their goals and overcome stress levels and actually achieve everything that they want in their life, while also addressing all of their paradigms, which are the patterns that they experience in their life, and also addressing that elephant in the room and how to address that and how you deal with all of the stresses in your life. But suffice to say, you need to look at exactly the thing which is causing you to experience major stress in your life, and taking action on that, and also taking action on your nutrition, which is also a stress in your life, and also anything like dehydration. All those sorts of things are stresses in your life. You know what those are. And if you need help with any of those, you can email me at justin@thousandmileman.com, and we can book a paid coaching call, and I can teach you how to address all of those. But suffice to say, if you have any levels of stress in your life, you know what they are, and you need to take action on those. Otherwise, it's just going to be extended for such a long period of time. But when it comes to the nutrition, what she says is that she's been running around on all of these nights and the shifts and just grabbing whatever she can. Now, this is the same for busy parents or busy mums. They're running around all the time and they're grabbing whatever they can, grabbing the kids' foods. She was grabbing the patient's foods, and it's just not a great scenario to be in. So what you need to do is look at the importance of your nutrition, because what we put in our bodies directly affects our health. And when it comes to Weight Watchers and selecting diets like that, what they allow you to do is, just because you're losing weight with those things, it doesn't guarantee that you're healthier, because a lot of those diets incorporate products or meal replacement shakes which actually contain foods which are pro-inflammatory or acidic, or both. Now, if you have an inflammatory environment within your body or an acidic environment within your body, that is the breeding ground for disease, and it can also send your systems within your body and also hormones to become out of whack. And that again is a breeding ground for those symptoms and also any systems within your body to be out of whack for an extended period of time. But things like Weight Watchers and Slimming World, they allow you to have products, and those products contain toxins and chemicals, and they're very, very high in rancid oils that are high in omega-6s, and those again cause you to experience more disease throughout the body and systems to become out of whack. So you need to be looking at adding in foods which are completely and utterly natural. Now, when you've got those poor food choices and you add in that emotional stress and you add in medications as well, the life of this is just going to be extended for such a great period of time. So if I was to say to anyone, the thing is, everyone knows exactly the types of foods that they should be eating. Rather than looking to those diets, why not look to your common sense as to the type of foods that you should be eating, and gaining control of and trusting your instincts about the types of foods that you should be eating, rather than looking at the minutiae of whether radishes are good or onions are good, or whether you're eating too many carrots because that's too much starch. I mean, it's just utterly ridiculous. Go for the natural, plant-based whole foods and you're gonna be on track. So what can you do? If you're a busy parent or a busy nurse like this lady, then you're going to be looking to solutions. So what you can do is, firstly, you need to be getting a lot of water into your diet. Now, water is incredibly important. So if you don't like drinking normal water, then you can start by drinking warm lemon water. You can have water infused with any types of fruits, anything like that. Anything that you can do to be able to increase that level of water is going to be able to help you in overcoming any of those symptoms. The next thing you want to be doing is looking at a food solution. So for this lady, she's going to need to have food available to her which she can quickly grab, doesn't have to heat up or spend any time on. She can go and grab a few spoonfuls and then get back to work. So I always suggest like a lunchbox. Now in the UK we call it Tupperware. I don't know what you call it in the US, but in there you want to be putting as much variety of plant-based foods as you possibly can, and chop it up real small. Get it into that box, and also add in any sort of legumes or nuts and lentils, chickpeas, all of those things. Those are incredible. All of those beans are amazing for you to help you alleviate those menopausal symptoms. They are high in antioxidants. They're going to reduce free radicals throughout your body. They're going to produce a lot of fiber, or give you a lot of fiber, insoluble fiber, which is going to help you to extract xenoestrogens, which is man-made estrogens, out of the body. They're going to provide you with micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, everything that you need to be able to balance the systems within your body, reduce inflammation and reduce acidity, so that all of your symptoms can be reduced and your systems within your body become balanced. Okay, so a lunchbox with as much variety as you possibly can. Create an oil-free dressing and tip that over, shake it up, and then all you need to do is graze on that throughout the day if you are busy. If you need to rush off anywhere, take the box with you with a spoon or a fork and just graze at it whenever you possibly can, or whenever you get a break. The next thing that you can do to get in nutrients and superfoods that are going to help you within the menopause is smoothies. You can start the day really well by bringing in smoothies into your day. Now they take seconds to make, or you can make them the night before and place them in the fridge. Grab it and you can drink it in the car on the way to work or on the school run, whatever you need to do. Now a smoothie doesn't just have to be fruit, and I don't have just fruit in it at all. I start off by getting in greens into there, and that can be in the form of kale or spinach or even lettuce. And don't worry, all of those are disguised with the rest of the foods that you put in there. The next thing is that you can get in some frozen berries. So put in a handful of frozen berries, and you can also add in any other fruits like bananas. Now bananas prevent the separation happening within these superfood smoothies that can happen. So you can get in bananas, you can get in mango, just a variety of fruits in there. but the berry fruits are going to be high in antioxidants, and they're going to reduce the free radicals. Okay. The next thing you want to get in there is superfoods. Now, one superfood that's going to really help with hormonal balance and the hot flushes and reduce the fatigue and also vaginal dryness, which you can experience when you're going through the menopause, is something called maca. Now, maca is a Peruvian root. Okay, and you can get it in powder form, and you just want to put in a tablespoon of that, and that will actually help to balance out your hormone levels, and also it's going to help improve your libido as well. So that's a great superfood that you can get in there. But other superfoods like wheatgrass or greens powders, you want to get in there, because this is a great opportunity to be able to load up this smoothie with as much superfoods as you possibly can and start the day right on the right foot. It's just incredible. And then all you do is whiz that up with a fluid of your choice. Now, you can use any plant-based milks or filtered water. It really doesn't matter. And it might not look great, but it's going to taste great. It will be sweet. And if you get enough fruit in there, then it's going to taste absolutely fine. So that is a great solution for you. Okay. Now, she goes on to say, it doesn't help that I've got a rotator cuff injury too from wear and tear from being a nurse. So I can't use the gym, even though this was the plan for this year, to be fit and healthy, as fed up, feeling tired all the time and sluggish. That's stopping me what I want to do. I want to go exercise, but feels like I'm held back at the moment. I'm trying to do sit-ups, etc., but was told maybe not to do this in case it provokes the shoulder. Now, sit-ups would be probably one of the worst exercise choices that you could choose to be able to lose weight and get you back on track with the exercise. Now, I would suggest that exercise at this stage for you will be counterproductive. I think that you have some level of adrenal fatigue, and while exercise is important, focusing on going to the gym to get you out of this is, like I said, going to be counterproductive. Now, I'd prefer that you did things like walking and yoga. That movement is going to help you, but when you've got some level of stress hormones coursing through your body, when you do HIIT level exercise, that's just going to push those levels of stress hormones throughout your body, and it's, like I said, it's going to be counterproductive. It's just going to add to the stress hormones within your body. So you want to be doing some low level exercise which will help you in the menopause, and also obviously from a primal aspect, we're designed to move. So that's going to help you with the flow of lymph through your body and help you to extract toxins from your body. But high levels of exercise are just not what you should be doing right now. So gentle exercise is just going to be great. Okay, so as a summary, this is what I think you should be doing. I would be looking at some herbs to be able to reduce the levels of stress hormone which are coursing through your body. Now, you can get some herbs like rhodiola rosea or ashwagandha. Things like that will actually are cortisol modulators, and they will help to bring down your cortisol levels or your stress hormones if they're too high, and if they're too low, it will help to bring them up. So I would be looking at some cortisol modulators. Now, in the show notes or also in the video notes, I will put a link to a lady, my herbalist that I use, and you can get in touch with her to try and get some specific herbs for you which will help you. Now, that's the first thing you can do with some level of adrenal fatigue if this has just been going on so long for you. The next thing to do is to exercise, but low level exercise. Not focusing on the gym like you're trying to focus for this real push towards the weight loss. The nutrition is going to bring about 80% of the results that you experience. So focus on that as your main priority. Push the exercise to one side, don't focus on the gym, and only work towards walking and yoga and things like that. And also, if you are on shift work like you are, then what you want to be doing is shifting your day around. Do exactly at night as you would during the day. So breakfast would become your smoothie, take your box with you to work and then graze on that throughout the day. And then when you're coming home for your shift work, what you want to do is gradually dim the lights. So bring the lights down, because obviously when you go home, the lights coming up for everyone else. So gradually bring the light down. So when you enter your home, close the curtains, have blackout blinds in your room, don't use your phone so much, and just basically turn your day around as much as you can. Just do exactly what you'll be doing at night. Okay, so gradually bringing that light down. And you want to be reducing inflammation as much as possible by choosing the correct nutrition like I've suggested. So if you'd like my help, you can write into justin@thousandmileman.com to get some free help, and that free help will go onto video on social media and your name will not be mentioned. But if you want some specific help, whether it's with regards to life coaching, mindset, health, nutrition, or going plant-based, then you can get in touch with me to join one of my paid programs, Limitless Life or the Life Lab. Limitless Life is where we work on achieving your goals, addressing your elephants in the room, and overcoming the patterns of behavior that you're going through in your life. But the Life Lab would be where you can find out more about nutrition. If you'd like a paid phone coaching session, then you can email me at justin@thousandmileman and we can book you in. But at the very least, if you could tag someone in this video, send someone to all of my channels, or share this at the very least, then I would be grateful. And I'll see you real soon.